Welcome back to Heimlich Hot Rods. So, we're getting started on our first project in the shop.
No, it's not that. That has something to do with it. But... So, this is the 60, I believe it's 65 Valiant. We threw a rebuilt slant 6 in it because the old one was burning oil pretty bad. Having a little issue with this aftermarket, well, it's not aftermarket, it's stock electronic ignition for a later model. But that ignition box is having a weak spark issue, so we're going to throw the points distributor back in it and see if that works later on. But for now, we have to deal with this. Pretty rusty. We got patch panels, one over there. Same thing on the other side. A couple patch panels. We've already kind of marked out the size of that. I might do some trimming on this before I cut that.
So we're gonna go ahead and get some of this metal work done, and yeah, it should be fun. That roll pan is destroyed. We're going to either try and source one of those or build a new one. It is what it is.
All right, now that we got the bumper off, we're gonna go ahead and start cutting into this thing.
Let's show you this side. It's pretty roached.
So when I go to cut into this thing, I'm not gonna cut obviously on that line at all. I'm probably gonna cut something like this out right now, and then right above that seam down there, just right above it. And I'm gonna cut it that straight, just like my line, yeah. So
we'll get to that when we come to it, but we're just gonna work our way in slowly and just start cutting this thing up.
all right, I went and cut the fender into a little better shape there, less welding, and no straight lines. So I got that pretty close. I gotta go ahead and grind it into fitting, but what we have to deal with first is this. So this is the old lap where the spot welds go. So I'm gonna go ahead and very carefully, I got a sharpened old screwdriver. I'm gonna tap on this lightly with a rubber mallet and see if I can get it to pop up and find where those spot welds are, and I'll either drill them or I'll get underneath and just grind them out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so we've been working on this a little while. And it's fitting pretty good. Still needs a little adjusting. I got a little gap right there that I need to work out because this back actually needs to come up a little bit, which will close that gap up, but the trim will only hold top edge just a little more. That part's fitting good, and then we got to get this piece fitting, but I'm probably going to cut this piece up a bunch too and not cut that whole body out. It's still good, just cut the bad stuff out. But it's turning out pretty good. All right, well, I got that piece fitting good and tacked in there. And started working on the back piece. Cutting some pieces off of it and making it fit a little better, and then a hole there that I can line up, which is nice. It needs to go forward a little bit, but it can't until I cut it, so it's pretty close.
right, we're getting somewhere now.
Alright. So, got that back section all cut in. It's fitting really nice. Out here in the garage, haven't been doing many time lapses because storage on the old phone is limited. So I went ahead and got this all ground down. Turned out real nice. And you can see where there was some filler in the car before. It's going to need a little filler along the seam because you do get a little bit of warpage. Try and keep it to the minimum, but it always happens. So I got some filler down there, and probably gonna slap some on this and sand it down real quick. Get some primer and paint on it. And call it good enough for now, because it's gonna get all the body work done and painted eventually, but this will be good enough to cruise it Alright, I've been working on this for a while now. I think I got everything hooked up. Battery's just sitting there. Got my dash kind of wedged in there. She runs. Change oil. I got a lot of lights on, but who cares? It runs. So probably have to move the battery somewhere, extend the battery cables, a few more zip ties, and we'll be driving her. Got all the cab mounts done, core support mounts are done. So she's a ripper. Weird, huh? Eating my sandwich. Well, it wasn't too hard. Pretty easy, actually. I just gotta finish cleaning up this area. I graded out for Brando. So when he gets here next weekend, he's got a nice view now. Sparks flying everywhere.
How you doing down there?
Pretty good.
Oh yeah?
Frags ready to plate that side.
Flags going in. Cool.